This is an art attack. This is an art attack. This is Art Attack.
Hello there, and welcome once again to Art Attack, the Big Art Show. Do you want to see one of my all-time favourite art attacks? Forget piggy banks, this is the Art Attack Dinosaur Bank. Come and have a look at this. Blow up a balloon to roughly the same size as an Easter egg, but definitely smaller than your head. Then take 2 loo roll tubes, cut them in half, and tape them together so you have something that looks like that. And then tape them to one side of the balloon. So a bit of tape on there and onto the side of the balloon. And there you have the legs and the body of the dinosaur. And then take a felt tip pen and very carefully draw a rectangle on the top of a balloon. Now it needs to be about 1 centimetre by 4 centimetres. It doesn't have to be neat, and that'll be the slot where your money goes later on. Then take some scrap paper that's roughly the same length as the balloon and crunch it up and bend it slightly. And you need to do 2 of those because I'm going to tape one of them to one end of the balloon, like that, when it stands still. For the neck, you just need to bend it up. There it is. And then the other to the other end of the balloon, and bend that down for the tail. And the good thing about paper is that if your neck flops, just bend it up again, because it's good stuff to model with. And there it is. And that's roughly the shape of your dinosaur. Now the good bit, the messy bit. Take some lengths of loo roll and start to wrap it around the dinosaur shape. You just wrap it all the way round, apart from the slot at the top. You'll see why in a minute. And then just slop on some PVA glue, mix 2 parts glue with 1 part water. And you've seen me do this before. Just slop the glue on, and what it does is sort of disintegrates the tissue paper, or the loo paper, and binds it to the shape underneath, which is the shape of the dinosaur. And just keep slopping on the PVA and slopping on the loo paper, and you probably need 3 or 4 layers of loo paper. That's roughly equivalent to 1 whole loo roll's worth of paper. Slop on your PVA glue all over your dinosaur, apart from the slot, and when it's finished, it will look something like that. Look at that. And then take 2 small balls of scrap paper and just dip them into the glue, put them on the top of the head for eyes. There's 1 there and 1 there, and then start to slop on some paint. Now, I'm using acrylic paint here, but you can use poster paint. In fact, any type of paint you like, but I find acrylic paint is best first. And I'm doing it in a sort of green and yellow blotch colour. And who's to say dinosaurs weren't that colour, eh? You could experiment. Nobody really knows, do they? I'm just going over the whole of the dinosaur. And you see there, there's even the slot at the top where I didn't put any paper before. So go over the whole of the dinosaur, apart from the eyes, and when it's finished, you'll have something that looks like that. And I didn't paint the eyes. In fact, I have painted them white with a little black dot in the middle. And I've covered the whole thing with another layer of PVA glue, which gives it this very sort of hard finish and a nice shiny finish. And there it is, and you're ready to pop your money in. And where does the money go? Well, it goes in the slot, but you have to pop the balloon first, through the slot. There we go. There it is. And you pop your money into the slot. And if you need to get your money out, just tip your dinosaur upside down, make a hole through one of his legs, get the money out, and then repair it using exactly the same process: glue, tissue paper, and paint. And there it is, the Art Attack Dinosaur Bank. Try it yourself. And of course, You can experiment using different cut-out cardboard shapes and tape them to the balloon. And in fact, you could even invent your own dinosaur, an Artatachosaurus. Go on then, have a go. A dinosaur bank.
Oh, they are wonderful! Hello, it's me again, the head. Now all you need is a balloon, a toilet roll, PVA glue and paint. But the most important thing is patience. Take your time, do it properly, or it'll end up like this. Sad, isn't it?
And now the latest computer technology art. And here it is, a personalised microchip. Look at that. And this is how you make it. Cut out a rectangle of stiff card from a cardboard box, just a bit bigger than a postcard, and then write your name on it in capital letters. And it doesn't have to be neat, because this is just a guide. Then take some PVA glue, the white school glue in the squidgy bottles, and pour it out into 2 containers, about an egg cup full into each container. Then you have to colour the glue. And the best way to do this is with powder paint or poster paint. Just mix in a bit of red and a bit of green so that you get a nice rich colour like that. Then place your card onto some scrap paper or newspaper. Very important, because you'll see why now. Just take the red glue and start to slowly dribble it onto the scrap paper at the edge of your card. And when you've got a nice steady stream going, bring it onto the card and then go over your name. And just keep it in a continuous line. And very important, keep all the letters joined up like that. Nice, continuous, steady line. And here's a tip. If you keep your glue container as close to the card as possible, you get a nice even line like that. And when you get to the end, just bring it off, like that. Mission accomplished so far. Then take the green glue and again start to dribble it at the other end of your card, one of the other edges. But this time try and get a thinner line going, and the way to do that is keep your glue moving faster. When you've got a nice line going, bring it onto the card and start to go in a straight line and fill in all the blank spaces on your card. And it doesn't matter if you go over that red, all adds to the effect, and just cover in all the blank spaces. And then off again at the other end. Then leave that to dry overnight, and when it's dry, you will have something that looks like that. And you notice here, all the glue has gone hard and lumpy. Well, that's good, because the next thing you do is take a silver pen and start to draw around the edges of all your hardened, lumpy glue. Just go around all the edges on your microchip, and as you're going, just add in extra detail on the microchip. Now you can put some extra lines in there for the circuit, and go around all the paint, and maybe even do some thicker silver lines on the paint itself. And I find the more you put on, the more authentic it looks. And just cover the whole of your microchip in the same way, going around the glue. And when you're finished, you will have something that looks like that. Personalised microchip art.
Oh, doesn't that look brilliant? It's just poster paint and PVA glue mixed till it's dribbly. Mark out your name, wait for it to dry, and then go wild with a silver pen. Do you want to see mine? I wonder if I overdid the silver pen.
Hello, my name's Lee, and I made an art attack by stretching a picture out of a magazine. My name's James, and I've got a picture of a vintage car, cut it into strips and filled in between.
My name is Elizabeth. I chose a picture of a snow tiger, cut it into strips and showed the area in between the strips.
They're good art attacks, creating sort of stretched pictures by bridging the gaps. This is how you do it. Take a magazine picture that's got lots of different colours in it. Now, this is no good because it's only got shades of blue. That's a good picture, lots of different colours, all in blocks. But look at that. I think that's the art attack presenter of the future. Different colours in there, all in blocks, and you'll see why that's important in a minute. Simply cut your picture into strips and stick them down onto a piece of paper, leaving gaps between the strips. And then it's a case of bridging those gaps with colour. Now, you need to find colours that match the edge of these strips. Look, there's a nice blue there, so I'm taking this blue felt tip pen and I'm simply bridging that gap and going across to the other strip that's also got blue in it. And I think we'll go for this vivid pink next. Look at that. Just taking it across there. And you can do wiggly lines if you want. And I'm using felt tip pen here, but you can use paint or wax crayon. And just go over the whole of the picture, completing it, bridging the gap, using colours that match the edge of the strips. And when it's finished, it will look something like this. Or if you want to make it look really jazzy, try arranging the cut strips in a sort of wave pattern, and then bridge the gaps using colours that match the edge of those strips. Try it yourself. Cut a colourful picture into strips, stick it down flat, and bridge the gaps to stretch the picture. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ra!